Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project panning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. Hello. Is my intro to Nightmare on Panning Street. This is the intro for the new season, and I'm so excited. Or the new year, I call it season, but it's a new year. So we're starting again, and I am so pumped. I love this project so much. As you can tell, I love doing horror stuff. I meant to add a little bit of blood to this and I completely forgot, so I'll probably do that after because I don't want to do it right now. But we're just going to go ahead and get started. So this was created by Jaylon and Valerie, and of course it goes from Halloween of 2022 to Halloween of 2023. You can select between 6 or 13 items, meaning 6 or 13 only, not 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, etc. So I've selected 13. So we'll go ahead and go over the prompts that I have selected, or the movies that go with the prompts that I've selected. The first is The Shining, which is a backup of my ABH Brow Freeze. So it's a backup of item, so an item you have a backup of. And I wanted to use this one because I'm almost done this and I have probably a couple of backups of this one. And I was also gifted one from my friend Kim from Teacher Loves Beauty because she didn't enjoy this and it's my favorite, and I can go through one of these in 2-3 months. If I'm not getting sick, I can use it really fast. So this is going to be to complete. The next prompt is for The Conjuring. What possessed you to buy this? And this is a huge winner right here for me. This is the Revolution Vintage Highlighter Palette. I don't know why I got this. It was super cheap, ridiculously cheap, and there's so much product in here. But in all honesty, I'm never going to use at least 2 of the shades. So maybe just this one in the end. So these are the swatches here. But I will probably put this last one, or maybe even these last 2, into a lotion to use up. They are the most glossy or reflective that I can tell. But there's just this one is super pink. This one is very gold, which I actually don't mind that. And this is a blue tone, and this one's a bronzy highlight, which is of course too deep for my skin shade. So I'm thinking of mixing these 2 and potentially this one into a lotion and just trying to use this. Or I might just put all of them into a lotion and have it done that way, because I'm very successful that way. And honestly, I don't grab for this naturally anyhow. So that might be the way that I use this up completely. But my goal is 5 uses, but I might try and use it up completely if I change it all around. So I'll probably get the 5 uses first to see what it's like and decide from there. Next we have Evil Dead, which I just watched yesterday. And it's a tree or forest themed item. And that was recommended, or I want to say suggested. What is the right term for that? I'll just say suggested. It was suggested by Andrea. So a few people had recommended or suggested prompts to Jaylon and Valerie, and then they went through and added what they wanted to add through on the project. So there are some that have people that have created prompts for the project. I don't have everyone's name in every single prompt, unfortunately, but if you do want to see who created every single prompt, please go ahead and check out the Fantastic Ladies group on Facebook. And there, once you sign in and they approve you as a member, you can go ahead and check out all the prompts for all of the Fantastic Ladies collab projects, which this is one of those. So then you can see all of that information there. So this one is, again, a forest-themed item, and for that I selected my Beauty Bay Wilderness palette. The original package that this came in had a literal, when you cut a tree down, the tree trunk inside is what was on the outside of the packaging. So that's why I selected this, plus the wilderness. I mean, of course, it's like trees. So my goal for this is 5 uses. I actually used it today, and I absolutely love the way that the reds and stuff came out. I think they're so beautiful. It's an absolutely gorgeous palette, and I highly recommend, if it's still available, try this formula. It's so good. The next is for Annabelle, which is a pigmented or bold blush, and that one was suggested by myself. And so for this one I selected my Patrick Ta face palette from 2021, and I want to also get 5 uses on this. I may increase that a little bit because I do want to get a little bit more use on this, but I just want to try to use it 5 times, whether that's individually or you know, combining them together. I just want to get 5 times use, and it's gorgeous. I love this already, but I just want to use it a little bit more. And then the next one is for One Missed Call, something you almost missed out on, and that was suggested by Leah. And for this one, I literally almost lost out on the Star palette from Natasha Denona. This was also in its original packaging, but now that I'm going to be using this one and the Wilderness one, I can remove the packaging from them. And my goal for this one is 5 times use. Is it 5? Hang on a second here. Yeah, 5 times use as well. And I may be switching some of the shades out on these, but for now I'm going to play with it as is. All right. The next one is Silence of the Lambs. And for that one, it's a lotion. Obviously, that's awesome. And that was created by Andrea from Pretty as a Peacock. And I'm going to use this one, even though it's like almost done. It's such a give me product, but I need to have some of those in my projects. And otherwise, it just sits there. So I need to just get it used up. So this is going to be one project, or one prompt, sorry. And obviously, I want to complete that. And then the next one is Pet Cemetery. That was such a desperate attempt at an item, I know. Anyway, Pet Cemetery, which is a graveyard project pan item. And for that, I selected a Resurrection item, which is my MAC and Toledo lipstick. This was in the previous Nightmare on Panning the whole time because I wanted to complete it and I didn't. So this time I want to finish this. So hopefully I can get that completed. So that is the goal for that one. And then we have Insidious, which is You Dreamt About Purchasing, and that was suggested by Leah. And for that one, I dreamt about the Charlotte Tilbury face palette. This one from last year, the year previous, which I didn't buy, unfortunately. Also, this year's, I wanted both of them, but I only got one because it's too much money to put out for both. And I think this is so beautiful. I really, really love this. And my goal for this one is 10 times. It's so beautiful. The next item I have is for Exorcism of Emily Rose, which is Levitate on Cloud 9. And I went very literal with this one. It's from Ofra, and it's the highlighter Ofra and Nikki Tutorials collab. And it's a highlighter in the shade Cloud 9. So I went super literal with that. It says Cloud 9 on the back. I selected it because it says makes you levitate on Cloud 9, and you know their highlighters are super good. So I do have a lot of highlighter, but of course I'm thinking these ones will probably go into a lotion in the future. So that's what that looks like right there. It's very beautiful. It's sort of like the seashell, like the underbelly of a seashell, where it's like gray and pink and green and gold like that. It's really pretty. So my goal for that one is 5 times. Next is Candyman, something with a long name, takes 5 times to say, or something that's candy themed. I went with the long name one. And I selected my Neostrata Correct Hydra Filling Eye Gel Cream. On the package, this has a huge name. I actually just tossed it recently because I had pre-filmed this without a makeup look done, but I wanted to do a makeup look. So I'm doing this again, and this one is the one that I'm using, even though I don't have the full name that it says on the box. This is the one that I'm going to use because it's still quite a long name anyway. And my goal is going to be to complete the eye gel. That one will probably be in the whole time because I am working on 2 other eye gels as well, or eye creams. So I'm working on the Belief one and a Shiseido mini one. So hopefully I can get this done for next year. And the next item I have is Children of the Corn, something food related. And for that one, I selected my Glow recipe. It says Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm. So it's brand spanking new, but oops, it's just a little sample. And I just want to use that up completely. So very excited to use that. I really like Glow recipe, but I don't have a whole lot from them. But yeah, complete that. Then we have Invisible Man, either a concealer, a foundation, a primer, or a powder, which I really like the suggestions for that movie. And I decided to go with my NYX Bare, what was it called here? Bare With Me Concealer Serum. I don't know. So this one is in the shade Fair. I do have it on under my eyes today. it's very, very, very fair. So I even mixed it in with my NC25 from MAC, and it's still super fair. So I don't know. This is like going to be even too light, I think, for my winter shade. But I did add bronzer, and I think if I took away some of the bronzer, it would have been a little bit better. But I wasn't expecting this to be that light. So yeah. And it did not oxidize, unfortunately. All right, so this one I want to use 20 times. And then the next one is the Babadook, and this is my last prompt. And for this is a weird name or something that's in the deep dark of your storage. So something that's way in the back, you haven't looked at, or fell in behind, something like that. And I decided to use a sample because I have a hard time using actual makeup samples. Skincare ones, no problem. Makeup ones take me a long time to use. So I'm going to push myself and I'm going to go to completion on these. This is the Westman Atelier Clean Glow Trio Sample Pack. It has a highlighter, a contour, and a blush. And that's a lot of product. I think I can probably do the contour, but the rest is going to take me a while. These cream blushes take a while to use. So hopefully I can get this done in a couple months, because I mean, it's not like the most product ever, but it's still, it's a good sample. And I really would love to try Westman Atelier as a brand I would be interested in purchasing, but they're a very bougie, expensive brand, and it's just a little high for my price range. So this is perfect for me to try out. So that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to check out Jaylon and Valerie. Valerie is on Instagram and Jaylon is on Instagram and YouTube. So please go ahead and check them out. Jaylon does the introduction and all the updates on her channel for YouTube, and so she and Valerie do their updates together. If you haven't seen them yet, if this is like your first time coming into Nightmare on Panning, which I mean, what rock have you been under? This is so amazing. Go check it out. I love it so much. As you can tell, I'm into Halloween. I'm into trying fun, like scary, spooky things. So I definitely had to jump on board. It's my favorite project. I love it. So hopefully you guys check it out and join as well. If you are, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, go ahead and down below, leave me a pumpkin. I would totally appreciate that. Little pumpkin emoji. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.